Once upon a time in a small village, there lived an old woman named Mabel. Despite her age and the hardships she had faced in life, Mabel was known far and wide for her perpetual smile and positive attitude. Mabel had lived through many challenges. She had lost her husband early in their marriage and raised her 2 children on her own. Her small cottage was simple, and her possessions were few. Yet, she was always content and happy. The villagers often wondered about the secret to her happiness. One day, a curious young girl named Emily asked Mabel, "How do you stay so happy all the time, even when things are difficult?" Mabel smiled warmly and invited Emily to sit with her. She began to tell her story. "Many years ago, I used to worry about everything. I worried about my children, our future, and all the things we didn't have. But one day, I met an old man who taught me a valuable lesson. He told me, life is like a river, always flowing and changing. You can't control the river, but you can choose how to navigate it." Mabel continued, "I realized that happiness doesn't come from having a perfect life, but from finding joy in the little things and accepting what we cannot change. I started to appreciate the beauty around me, the sunrise, the sound of the birds, and the laughter of my children. I learned to be grateful for what I had instead of focusing on what I lacked." Emily listened intently as Mabel spoke. She could see the wisdom in her eyes and the peace in her heart. Mabel then said, "Whenever life gets tough, I remind myself that I have a choice. I can either dwell on the difficulties or look for the silver lining. Happiness is a habit, my dear, one that grows stronger with practice. No matter what happens, I choose to find something to be grateful for, and that is why I am always happy." Emily thanked Mabel and went home, inspired by her words. She began to practice gratitude and soon discovered that her own life was filled with small moments of joy she had never noticed before. From that day on, Emily and the villagers who heard Mabel's story tried to embrace happiness in every situation. Mabel's wisdom spread throughout the village, and everyone learned that true happiness comes from within, by choosing to see the good in every moment. And so, Mabel's legacy lived on, teaching generations that happiness is not about having everything but about appreciating everything you have.